What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. So today is a little bit of a late start. I had some stuff going on in the house. I had to work on a customer's car and stuff like that. So I'm out here a little bit later than what I would like, but I still got to get you guys content. And yeah, so we're gonna start with it now. So as you can tell, the Evo is outside. We do have the Evo 8 inside. So as you can tell from the nice white powdery stuff on the ground, it did snow. It has been snowing here for a little bit. Today is not one of those days where it had snowed. I think in the morning we got a little bit of a dusting, but I came out here earlier to start the fire, make sure that was all good, and it's roaring, kind of roaring at 200 and some odd degrees. But anyway, yeah, so we have the Evo on the lift, and we're gonna start to rip into this bad boy. But before we start doing that, I want to actually show you guys what we got when we got the car and how the interior looks, how the body looks. And you guys from the video, hopefully you guys can kind of tell it has got this faded paint everywhere, chipping, like not even painted paint. You know, like I got clear coat peeling up here. Listen, you name it, it's really bad. But we're gonna get to all the major parts, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what we got. So give me 1 second, set the camera up, be right back. All right, moving to the side over here, you can kind of tell got this major dent. You guys already know about this. I did get lucky with this because this is an SSL. So yeah, it's got sound sight and leather. Well, supposed to have sound sight and leather, but leather seats, sunroof, which, you know, as you can tell, the headliner is kind of wrapped in some type of suede-ish kind of material. But yeah, we got to take that down. The interior is in okay condition. Okay, now, let's look in the back seat. The back seats are just trash. Look at that. Yeah, cuts, rips. So we will have to source another rear seat, top and bottom, unfortunately. Good thing about this, we did get a brand new clutch with it, an ACT. I don't know if we got a flywheel too. I gotta check that. I gotta open that up and look. But actually I think we did get a clutch, or I mean a flywheel. Oh, crap, this is awesome. Hold on. Yep, yeah, that's definitely a flywheel. So clutch, pressure plate, new throwout bearing, and a flywheel. So we're gonna be in good shape to put the clutch back on. All right, and these little Christmas trees. All right, that's cool. Let me pop the trunk and let's look. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, it sounds great. So let's pop the trunk and let's look. All right, so opening up the trunk, let's see what we got. First of all, you can kind of tell red bumper. That shit's got to go. Yeah, clutch and flywheel, a JL Oyo sub, which is not even like bolted down to anything, which is crazy. So one of the things when we got this car, it was it needed a whole new transmission. So look at this. Can you see? It's got no splines in here. So I don't know who would like, I don't know who runs these types of clutches. I've never really liked this type of clutch. So it is a 6-puck non-sprung. So it looks like it's got a lot of life left in it. Looks pretty good. But whoever had this before, the previous owner just wrecked it. Look at the, this is a part, the input shaft from when it was in the car. Look at that. Like, what splines on the input shaft? So yeah, they got like a brand new transmission for this. So yeah, a bunch of stuff here's and there's, but yeah, nothing too crazy. The ASD is here, so make sure we put that back in the car, obviously. So let's get to the front of the car and let's look to see what's underneath the hood. All right, first of all, you can kind of tell it does have like some type of, it's definitely a knockoff AMS intercooler. So yeah, it doesn't, I don't know, it could be a real AMS. It looked like it can be, but I'm just gonna assume that it's not a real AMS. But there's almost no way to kind of tell if it is or not. So But yeah, moving on. Let's get this here. All right, so as far as the engine bay, it's an engine, but as you can tell with the green paint, it was definitely out. The previous owner says that it was built. I have no paperwork to corroborate that assumption there. So we're gonna assume that it's not, like, it's got some stuff. That's pretty obvious. Nobody would just take this block out and paint it green and not get any kind of overspray anywhere else. So I don't want to assume that it's built. So I'm just gonna assume that it's a stock block. You know what I mean? So, but it could be a plus, could be a minus. I don't know. I don't know how much I'm gonna investigate what's in this engine, but it looks like the valve cover was powder coated, which is pretty decent. Like, it's starting to come up or something. If you have no idea, these are magnesium, so anything that you kind of put on them, it starts to eat away if you don't take care of it. So a couple broken bolts in the intake manifold. It's lovely, but yeah, that's pretty much the car. It's literally sitting up on a block right now, as you can kind of tell. So I think what we're gonna do for problem number one is we're just gonna pull this bad boy, because I want to definitely at least spray clean it with some stuff, degreaser and stuff like that inside the engine bay. I want to make sure that that's good. So number one, we're gonna get this engine out. That's what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna get it on a stand, and I don't know if I'm gonna paint that block or if I'm just gonna leave it green. I have no idea. So but yeah, I'm gonna pull everything out, get it on the stand, and put it over to the side, because I do have another job that I have to do next week. So I want to try to get at least this out on the stand so I can actually push this in and out, and it's not really that crazy, because I do need the lift for that. Some things you can't, they're unavoidable, you know what I mean? So yeah, let's get to that right now, and yeah, let's get rocking. Oh yeah, just a quick thing. I did get something for Christmas that I haven't really been able to open because I haven't really had time or done anything in the garage. But look at what the wife and her parents got me. It's a fuel. It's a 90-degree impact wrench, which is pretty cool. Right now I have a Milwaukee, but it's not an impact. This is actually a impact driver, or impact, you know, right angle impact. So, which is pretty cool. Obviously you get, you know, a tool, 2 batteries, and a charger. And the Milwaukee bag I just throw away because I don't need 25 different bags over here. So we're gonna crack this bad boy open, and we're probably gonna use it in massive, you know, to a crazy extent right now. So yeah, let's crack this open and let's get to work. Guys, so I'm at the point where I need to show you guys a little something. So I noticed this. I just breezed by it because I didn't, you know, I was still kind of going. So I pulled the fuel rail out of here, and look what I found. This was plugged up like this here. So it looks like this is gonna be a boost gauge or some sort. You know, I gotta chase the wire, but I'm pretty sure that's probably a tee off for a boost gauge. So one thing that you never ever want to do is put some type of boost source or you know, like boost reference in between your fuel rail or your fuel pressure regulator. Oh, look at that. And it's got a cut in it anyway. So yeah, so rule number one, do not do this. Stay away from this as much as you possibly can. This is the fuel pressure regulator right here. Some cars look a little bit different, but this is what mine looks like on the Evo 8, and it is a stock one. But yeah, you never want to tee off, and you don't want to really mess around with your fuel pressure at all. So just keep that in mind whenever you're taking any kind of motor issue or you're having any issues like that. Don't do that. Just don't do that. So we're gonna get back to the action. We are almost to a point where I can either pull this thing out or lift it. Either I can lift it out or I can put it down on the floor. I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do just yet. I'll have to figure it out. But the oil cooler on the side has to get disconnected as well, just because I don't want to mess around with that. Don't want any leaks there. And then I could, like I said before, I could either pull it out or I could put it up in the air and let this thing drop. So I did notice one thing with this setup. So whenever they pulled the transmission, they pulled the whole subframe. So everything with the, what do you want to call that? The power steering, high pressure line for the power steering is actually disconnected and is underneath the car. You can't really see it, but they took the whole subframe out to get the motor trans. I don't think they touched the motor. I think they just pulled the motor or the transmission and the transfer case out from underneath. And they did it by taking everything, the subframe all out. So I don't think that I'm gonna go that crazy. Maybe when I put it back together, I might try that method, because then I could actually put everything together on the ground, slide it forward, and then I can actually just bolt the subframe up underneath. So I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do, but it's something a little bit different. So let's get back to the action here, and let's figure out any more lines or anything like that that I need to kind of get you know, to deal with. So yeah, let's go. Okay, people, so we are ready. I have my you know, engine hoist here, and we are ready to go. I think I'm just gonna pull it from the top. The reason why I'm gonna pull it from the top, one, because there's a support bar underneath, and I would need to still take that out. And with no type of support at the top, I can't really do that. I can get the engine support beam that I do have, but it's just, I can just pull it and it'd be the same thing. So I think I have a couple more bolts on this side over here for the you know, the what do you want to call that, the motor mount, and then this bad boy will come right out. So yeah, just watch me work. People, so I had a little bit of trouble getting this bad boy onto the stand. A couple of the bolts needed to be chased, so no big deal. It is what it is, but it took me a little bit longer than I really expected. But the engine is out. The engine bay needs to be cleaned up. So I will be doing that maybe in the next video or two. I have no idea yet. But this thing needs to really get cleaned up. Like I like all of these, like, I don't know, all of these accessories here and stuff like that, they're all crusty, super crusty. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do just yet. It does not have AC, so I will keep it without AC. I'd rather just not even mess around with an AT condenser, AC compressor, like all that stuff. I'd just rather just not. Car never came with it, so I'll just keep it without it. So all the lines are there, which is really, really good. So as you can kind of tell, like the line is here, the, you know, the whatever it is that goes into the car is all there, so which is all good. I will be ordering all new gaskets and stuff like that so I can get the turbo on. I was thinking about painting this, but then I said no, just because why paint it if one, you know, I don't know, it'll be just unique, you know what I mean? It'll just be like kind of, I don't know, it'll be ugly, but you'll never see it underneath the turbo manifold anyway, so you know, it's really not going to be too bad. So I'm not really going to mess around with it too much. I will be leaving a bunch of stuff, like, so I will mess around with this you know, valve cover a little bit later, try to get it somewhat smooth and repowder coat that whatever color that I plan on going with, but try to clean up some of these, you know, like, I don't know, all of these, everything. I don't know. I'm gonna grab a new belt. I'm just gonna do a bunch of stuff. I don't know exactly what else I'm gonna do as far as this engine, but I know the trans is sitting right over there. So I think what I'm gonna just do is get everything that I need to from the you know, the back, as far as the clutch and everything like that. And I think I'm gonna put a new I don't know what you want to call that, rear main seal, since I'm already there. Pull that one out, put a new one in, and keep it moving. I'm not really gonna touch any of the accessories or anything like that. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is, you know what I mean? I might just take this intake manifold off and powder coat this. I'm not exactly sure yet, but with the way this throttle body is looking too, it looks horrible. I'm not even gonna lie, it looks horrible. But the intake manifold looks okay, I guess. But I want to try to keep the appearance of being, you know, kind of nice. Well, I got to take it off anyway. It looks like I gotta drill that screw out. So I don't know. I got a couple things I got to do with this, but I'm getting a little tired. I've been out here a couple hours now, so I think what I'm gonna do is definitely put the car back in the air and bring the Evo back in here. Oh, God. But yeah, it's getting a little cold, even though it's 50 something in here. It's still really, really cold outside. It's 7 degrees. So yeah, it is really, really nasty. So I'm gonna go inside, chill, relax, have a little grub. It is nighttime. It is well, nighttime-ish. It's like 6 something. And as you know, the sun goes down really, really soon nowadays. So I'm going to go inside, chill, and relax. So yeah, back at it again, maybe tomorrow or the next day with the Evo. See if I can't do something with this block, or you know, do a couple things, you know what I mean? Get some stuff done. So yeah. Yeah, if you like this content, please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see my my no holds bar Twitter account, go follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna link the description below. I just rant about stupid shit on Twitter, because nobody really goes on Twitter anymore. So I'll just go and, you know, do some stuff. So yeah, anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you on the next one. I deuces.